crypto mining stocks bouncing amid the Bitcoin recovery, though. Investors are likely feeling comfortable as Bitcoin has stabilized over the past few days. Crypto miners' share prices were up 9.6% between Wednesday and Thursday as Bitcoin showed signs of steady recovery, breaking over the $21,000 mark. Investors were likely uncertain as to how listed miners would react to the bear market, but feel more confident seeing the price of the world's largest cryptocurrency by market cap stabilize, explained Mellerud, a researcher at Oslo-based Arcane Research. DigiHost, TeraWulf, and Marathon Digital led the pack with 26.6%, 18.9%, and 17.62% increases, respectively, from Wednesday's open to Thursday's close. TeraWulf's run came as the company announced on July 5th that it had added $50 million to a $123 million loan signed with Wilmington Trust to continue its growth. I'm going to point this out, as I always pointed out, and obviously not financial advice once again, but if you are invested in a cryptocurrency mining company from a stock perspective, I don't consider that to be a wise investment because, yes, their stock is up, but what is it up in relation to? It's literally up in relation to Bitcoin. The same amount that Bitcoin went up, the same amount that the successful mining companies go up. The only thing that you have here as far as potential, if you are purchasing stock options in any of these mining companies, is the potential for them to go completely under due to poor fund management. As we've seen, a lot of miners are selling off equipment and selling off way too much Bitcoin now. And that is pretty much why you would want to stay into just essentially buying Bitcoin at the end of the day. Is this similar price discovery problem, or, as far as it going up or down, you get the same reward as far as the worth of the actual investment, but you avoid that really bad downside of the company taking a dump. This isn't dissimilar to, purchasing, essentially, I just went crazy. Woo, we're tired today. This is the idea, though, is that all you end up doing is adding in extra key points of failure when you are purchasing actual stocks, right? So that's why I kind of stay away from it personally. As you can see here, though, these are all the numbers to date and their percentage changes. We did have some going up even further, like Marathon Digital, so a little bit more in price, and DigiHost here. But for by and large, all you really see is an increase in price following the increase in price of Bitcoin. Quote, "It's possible some people are making the bet," end quote, "that if Bitcoin isn't declining to 18,000, then this may be an attractive time to start accumulating some of the miners." And I think that's true. "Which are still profitable," said Joseph Vafi. And I think you should be acquiring, actual miners, not your power, not your miner. I think that is the path you should take, not actual mining company shares, right? So he's the managing director of equities research at investment bank Canaccord Genuity. I need to take my Alpha Brain or something, which covers Argo Blockchain, Iris Energy, and Hut 8 Mining. At the same time, many miners are still growing their exahash pretty nicely this year, he said. Investment bank D.A. Davidson last week slashed its expectation for computing power growth for the rest of the year to include only current funded orders, as per a note from a senior research analyst, Christopher Brendler. However, that still represents a 37% hash rate increase for the last 3 quarters of 2022 for the 5 miners that Brendler analyzed: Argo Blockchain, Hut 8 Mining, Core Scientific, and Riot Blockchain. At the same time, the difficulty of mining Bitcoin has decreased by about 6.7% since May 22nd, as miners unplugged unprofitable machines, according to data from information platform blockchain.com. This makes it easier for the miners left standing to mine Bitcoin and bring in revenue. Quote, many of these stocks are very undervalued compared to their asset and cash flows, end quote, Mellerud said. D.A. Davidson said in last week's note that the risk to reward ratio of miner stocks is better than markets have priced in. I just don't agree. Like, your risk to reward is better on just purchasing Bitcoin. Obviously, like on the mining channel, I think that revenue trumps just buying Bitcoin, because if you are just holding Bitcoin and you're at a lower income level or even middle class, most people are living paycheck to paycheck. And if you have an emergency, you're going to have to pull your investment out. So finding ways to generate revenue is basically king at this point. So that's where I'm at. The 15 publicly listed miners CoinDesk analyzed have lost an average of 61.37% of their stock value in the past 2 months. Quote, these stocks are just moving a little bit with Bitcoin coming off of a bottom, honestly, Vafi said, adding that the stock market has also firmed up over the last few days. Many are facing margin calls on debt as the price of their collateral, most Bitcoin and mining rigs, has decreased. So they are selling off Bitcoin holdings to continue paying their bills. Vafi is, quote, not particularly concerned that leverage becomes a large issue, end quote, because miners are still profitable, so they can keep servicing their loan installments. They can also continue selling Bitcoin, he said. One possible negative aspect is that their growth will be constrained if they have trouble raising more capital. And obviously, like we've been talking about for a while now, the largest issue that we see with this particular situation that we're in overall in the cryptocurrency market for a mining perspective is the capital problem, which is having enough capital to basically capitalize on the low price of equipment that we're starting to see. And if you can, have yourself in a good cash position to be investing in equipment during this time, that would be ideal, right? At least my perspective. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. You can check out the full episode here or more crypto content down here. Also, I'd like you to check out my locals page at sonofatech.locals.com, where you can become a member for free or choose to be a $5 a month supporter that unlocks additional content.